Solutions. My name is D'Angelo Singh.
What's up? We're here to perform.
D'Angelo
Doing speaking
about
from tonight's
program about domestic violence. So right now it's a growing thing. It's happening everywhere right now. It's such a serious thing. I'm going to explain to you why it's so serious and why it's impacted my life and how it's touched my life. I'm going to show you guys a quick video. It's a movie trailer. Carmelo Reeves and his brothers back there, one of my friends back there, he created this and made this. So it's a really quick thing I want to show you, and then I'm going to go into what I'm talking about. So I'll explain to you about the domestic violence. But this right here is a really quick movie trailer.
They said I'm supposed to be dead. You think it's over? It's just a beginning.
So that was a quick trailer about what I'm doing right now. I started working for the Center for Family Solutions about a couple months ago. I used to work for a program called IVROP. I've been working with youth for a long time, and here at the Center for Family Solutions, we help families, we help people against domestic violence. We help you if you need help. As regarding, if you've been abused and restraining orders and things like that, down Main Street, 727 Main Street in El Centro. But the whole thing about the situation with me was that how it affected me was 16 years ago, March 26, 1989. My mother was affected by domestic violence. I grew up in a domestic violence home. Growing up in a domestic violence home really affected me really bad. It brought a lot of things in my life that almost crushed me, like the video said. The other thing is also that in domestic violence relationships, it just never really stops. It's something very serious. It's something that goes on and it goes on. Some of them, even now, even men are being abused. Even it's women, not just women. But let me tell you something about it. Whether it's women or men, it is something that is not just, it stops there. It affects your children. And I'm going to tell you how it affects your children. It begins to grow into them. It begins to give them issues in their lives. So then all of a sudden you got a 5-year-old that has nervous problems, 6, 7. What do you think is going to happen when they get to high school? What do you think is going to happen to that young kid that sees you abusing your wife, or you sees you hitting your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend? That young child is beginning to learn, which is called learned behavior. That's what it affects. That's how it affects them, because they're going to have problems in life. Through my adolescent years, I was suicidal, and I didn't know why. I didn't understand why. See, a lot of kids right now are going through that. Maybe some of you in here, that's the reason why somebody commit these acts, because it's all in the mind, controlling. You got to get this help so that way you can stop. So domestic violence is a very serious thing. We have classes. We talked about how domestic violence affects children, how it affects the brain, how it's hard to learn, how young kids. I moved from school to school. I never had the chance to get a good education in my life because I was moving all the time. So violence, this is what we do. We talk about Center for Family Solutions, but also in a lot of ways, I also go and I speak to schools. I go to juvenile halls. I talk to kids. I did this video. I have a website. There's just a lot of things that I'm trying to do right now to help kids that come from my home, because how it affected me in my life. See, domestic violence does affect lives. It takes lives. My mom was only 35 years old. 35. So, don't wait till it's too late. Person that comes from a domestic violence home, sometimes it is hard because they've already been affected. And me, I'm affected for life. I was never abusive because of what I saw. My father was abusive. See, domestic violence home is a cycle. You know what I mean? It's a cycle where, my grandfather was an alcoholic and abused my grandmother. My dad's seen that. So we just want to let you know about the domestic violence, and this is the video. I'm trying to think of anything else to say, but the situation we have, of course, was called a shelter, which is something that I didn't really explain because I was involved in shelters as a young kid. I was in and out of shelters, so I know how it's like. There's shelters that we have where they are protected, where they are not, where we put them in there momentarily to get them that help wherever they got to go, whether it's they're doing paperwork to get help to get out of that home, to get, whatever it is, assistance, whether the welfare, things like that, restraining order. There's a process that they can go to the center that we have in the center, the Center of Family Solutions, which we do also have a shelter system where these women go to get that help. That's what it was created for. Right now, it's in the making. It's in creating. It's going to take a while. And kids are going to be able to get into this website. See, I also perform. That's why I'm going to show you with the rap thing, with the fit hat, because I also rap. I'm making an album right now. There's also an album that's also trying to target the broken homes. But the music is what's out right now. It's commercial, the beats are type, everything like that. I mean, it's all what it's attractive, but it also has a message in it to expose the streets, to expose what's going on. And it's not to, it's just because there's so many victims growing. It's growing and it's affecting young kids. You got child abuse. I mean, that's something that we gotta look at, you know. So www.buildtolastworldwide, and it's also gonna have a section. It'll have articles in there. It's gonna have a section where you can contact if you want to speak. If you want me to come speak to school, it has an email where you can email me. It's gonna have pictures in there. It's gonna have even information where you can educate yourself on domestic violence, on self-esteem. It's gonna have all those things because those are the things that I didn't have growing up. Because there was a lot of decisions I could have made if I would have had this education in my life. So now our mission is the center is to educate families and young people on this type of information. So you can't even help. There's not much afterwards. The pain and everything. So I wish my mother was here. She's not. It took her life for me to do this. So I know my time's up. I just want to tell you thank you for having me here. Any information you need, when you get there, please ask any information you want. Check out the website each time because it's going to be able to grow. Music's going to be on there. You're going to be able to do music. You're going to hear everything. We're doing pictures and everything events. That's why I have, you know, you're going to see a lot of things happening on this website. So we also have other websites that I have with my friend who does things like this also. So thank you everybody for having me.
Check it out, buildtolastworldwide.com. Check it out.